Hi everybody, David Dilling from Marksware. Today we're going to explore a way to help you receive good print files in at your print shop, prepress operation, or publishing company. Of course, that's the goal, to receive in good print-ready files. You don't want to waste time having to fix problems which often have to be done by a designer or the purchasing party themselves. You can do a search on the internet and find there's many different tips, processes, workflows, applications, utilities, and what have you to help in this goal or aim. Here's one from Design Instruct. I'll leave a link in the section below. There's many things a customer might have to worry about. By just sending them this link, it might make it more confusing for them than it was before. For other customers, a link like this would be very useful, perhaps. However, how can we automate this process? How can we make this a lot easier to do? Well, I have Marksware's FlightCheck for that. This is the latest version of FlightCheck 7.80. FlightCheck is a tool that will check your files, whether InDesign, PDF, EPS, Photoshop, Illustrator, etc., for all elements: fonts, colors, file, print information, images, you name it. There, the eagle tells us it has checked everything out with its eagle eye and gives you a full report back on what potential problems are. Look at that, a GIF file. Well, not only is it missing, but it's extremely low resolution. And we have some more low-res files right here, and we can even get a preview of the image in question used in this InDesign layout. And we can see here it is a CC 2017 file by this version 12 indicator here. Now I'm going to close out of this for a moment here because everything you see here is checked based on the so-called ground controls, or pre-flight profiles, if you will. Here you can turn on or off what you want to check for. But you can also save and share these sets with, for example, your customers. Now for customers, you want to have a set of checks which is extremely simple. You don't want them to worry about too many things. After all, we are prepress professionals. So I'm going to say I don't want any pic files. I don't want any GIFs. And you might even want to turn pic off. And you just click on what is really a problem. Modified might not be a problem. Stored, nested. Missing is a problem. You might want to have some warnings. If you just click once you'll get a dot, twice you'll get a warning, and this is do not check at all. So once you set up your checks, and obviously you would minimize this to a minimum. You don't want to worry the customer about IC profiles. But there might be other customers where they do not want IC profiles. They know it's a problem. Well, then you would turn this on. You can set resolutions. And for every important part of your layout, there's a different section here you can set up. There's even a corporate font list. So if you only want to use particular fonts, you can set that up. Or if you're doing more packaging or instruction booklets or pamphlets, you might want to have minimum point size checks, etc., etc., etc. So extremely useful FlightCheck. And once you set up these checks, you can give them a custom name. And you can rename set My Customers. And we can do with this set now, you can then go here and you can export ground control sets. So that's what a print shop or publishing agency or even a design studio would do, is create ground control sets or pre-flight profiles, which they can then export and then share by sending it via an email or posting on your website so people can download it with a link to the FlightCheck demo, or if you maybe even purchase a version of FlightCheck for your good customers, which many do. Your customers would now have the ability to import that ground control set, and that's what we're going to show you now, how they can then import, check the file based on your desired profile, package all fonts, images included, compress it up, and then they can send the file to you. FlightCheck does that all, pre-flight and package. The sending part they have to do themselves, but that's quite common. So let's go check that out now. And then we go here to import ground control sets, and you'll get this file. You can then select it, open it, and there you go. Now your customer, when they check, will be checking based on these ground control sets. You can just drag and drop a file on anywhere on FlightCheck or in the application itself. So now we see, the GIF image, the problem, and we have other different, we have other different tools to help the customer navigate through their file to make corrections and fix the file before actually collecting or packaging and sending to you with all fonts and images included. So that's FlightCheck, folks, a way to help you receive better print files in it, prepress it into your print shop or publishing operation. For more information, cruise on over to markshore.com and click under Products FlightCheck. There you can read all about FlightCheck and even check out the many customer reviews here down below. There's really some great ones. I like this one. FlightCheck is an indispensable program to check all types of files before sending them to print. While some programs, nudge, nudge, hint, hint, like InDesign, have built-in preflight, none surpass the options and power of FlightCheck. But cruise here, click on this tab, and you can get a demo yourself and try it out today. Thank you, David Dilling from Marksware. Wishing you a fantastic day.